Hello, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad AMMAR SYAHMI bin Muhammad ZAINI. My matrix number is D18311266. The movie that I want to review is Skyscraper, released in 2018, directed by Russell Mashataba. Dwayne Johnson plays former FBI hostage rescue team leaders and US war veteran Will Ford, who now assess security for Skyscraper. On assignment in China, he finds the tallest, safest building in the world suddenly ablaze, and he's been framed for it. A wanted man on the run must find those responsible, clear his name, and somehow rescue his family, who is trapped inside the building above the fire lane. You're not here to think thoughts. You're here to have fun, and Skyscraper does indeed provide that in its many dizzying and death-defying action sequence. It's the connective tissue between the daring stunts that film. Flashback to 10 years ago, Johnson Will Sawyer is a highly trained Marine and FBI agent who in charge of a hostage negotiation that goes horrible wrong. Another instance of placing character in the midst of jarring, over-the-top violence. Having lost his left leg below the knee in the explosive incident, will now serve as a security consultant. His latest job has taken him, his wife Sarah Neva Campbell, and their twin McKenna Grace and Noah Cottrell to Hong Kong, where he must analyze the safety of the pearl before it opens. A shining, self-contained city stretching 200 plus stories into the clouds is the brancher of billionaire Zhou Longji Chin Han. Characters stand around and provide painfully clunky expository dialogue, all of which will matter at some point later, detailing the building's many high-tech features. Not for long, tough, Turbo isn't terribly interested in steadily building tension. Skyscraper kicks into gear pretty quickly and remains relentless. A team of villains, led by the menacing Chorus Bota, Roland Moller, has broken in with highly flammable chemical in order to steal the most MacGuffin of MacGuffins. They should even have bother explaining it. The item in question is so disproportionately insignificant compared to the mayhem it caused. But when they touch the joint, they don't realize that Will's wife and kids are still inside of the residential units. And as the flame rise higher and higher from that began as a thin orange lines on the 96th third floor, the danger and the insanity climb with them. Of course, because it's Johnson playing this character, he'll do whatever he must to save them, which is new obstacle that come his way, presenting a more ridiculous challenge than the last. But what's novel about Johnson in this role is that he's not completely indestructible. His character used a prosthetic leg, and the film cleverly used that as an asset, not an impediment. Individual moments certainly stand out, with the staggeringly overqualified Robert L. Sweet, Paul Thomas Anderson, usual cinematographer, placing us in the midst of the fiery madness. Will climb to the top of a 100-story crane, and his leap across the night sky to pearl through a broken window is strangely staged. So, is his use of duct tape to A, patch up his wounds before B, placing it on his hand and feet to Spider-Man his way across the glass exterior. If you suffer from vertigo or have even the slightest fear of heights, this may not be breezy escape you're looking for this summer. One of more enjoyable parts of Skyscraper, and this was also true of Die Hard, is the way it makes us feel as if we're figuring out the plan minute by minute alongside the far more capable hero on the screen. Although my kid turned to me about 3/4 of the way through the screening and said, "I have a hard time believing this all happened in one day." Skyscraper also provide a surprisingly solid role for Campbell. Sarah is never a damsel in distress, but rather a combat trained surgeon capable of kicking her own allotment of butt while also caring for her kids. She also speaks several Asian languages, which come in hand throughout the film. Imagine if she were the one tasked with saving the day and her family, and the entire building. Now that will truly be thrilling. The scene that I like is when Will is willing to risk his life to enter the building to save his family because his scene is so dangerous and challenging. Makes me spot the scene. For example, he risked his life by jumping from a very high crane past the building. For me, this film is very good for all to watch because through this film we can learn many good values such as love for family and attitude of not giving up.